Hello, I'm David Chaston with 90 at 9, brought to you by interest.co.nz. This week, get everything you need to know in 90 seconds at 9 o'clock with news China is ramping up its pressure on Australia. But first, American retail sales are sliding backwards by the week. The latest Johnson Red Book data for last week shows them down almost 10% year on year and 3.2% month on month, both a faster pace of decline. And given that American retail sales run close to $500 billion per month, even a 1% slip can have enormous global knock-on impact. New data for the American economy layoffs, separations and officialees shows them at 9.9 million in April, the second highest level ever recorded. The same data reports that 3.5 million people were hired in April, the lowest monthly total ever to be recorded, and that series goes back more than 20 years. An indication of just how kneecapped the US economy is, Boeing delivered just 4 airplanes in May. A fourth phase of fiscal stimulus is on the cards for the US, but there's no agreement yet on its form. In China, surging infrastructure stimulus is still bringing surging equipment sales for machines like excavators, which are up almost 70% year on year in May. And preliminary data on Japanese machine tool orders released late yesterday was very tough, down more than 50% in May from a year ago and worse than the April result. This is the key global measure of private factory investment intentions. And last week we reported that China had issued a travel advisory to its citizens to avoid Australia. Now it has extended that warning specifically to students, saying they face increasing discrimination against people of Asian descent. And these warnings come as the Chinese ambassador earlier threatened a consumer boycott of Australian consumer products. Meanwhile, Australian business confidence levels improved in May but remain deeply negative. The employment subsector is now the weakest part of this survey. US Treasury 10-year yield is down 5 basis points at 0.83%. The gold price is higher again today, rising by another $17 to $1,715 an ounce. Oil prices are little changed today. They're still just on $38 a barrel in the US, and the Brent price is just on $40.50 a barrel. And the Kiwi dollar is also little changed, if anything slightly softer. Now just on 65.2 US cents, on the cross rates are at 93.6 Australian cents, and against the euro we're lower at 57.5 euro cents. That means our trade-weighted index dipped to 69.8. I'm David Chaston. That was 90 at 9, brought to you by interest.co.nz.